I thought Tuesday, our last game prior to the break, was as disjointed, low energy, low maturity as we had all year. I thought today was much better. Thankful that all of this worked out from a logistical standpoint. Losing the Tulane game, we needed the game rep regardless of opponent. It's a small pool, as you're seeing across the country, of teams that can play, and then teams that, if they can they play on the date. So we played in Corvallis on Saturday, played in Houston, found out the Tulane game was over, or it wasn't going to work. Spent Saturday night and Sunday trying to find a game, but we were leaving Thursday for Corvallis. I thought we played really well from an energy and discipline standpoint there. Didn't have that in our next game against Northwestern. We had already scheduled for all of our guys to go home for Christmas, and they didn't get back. Two of them didn't get back until late last night because of travel drama. So we practiced last night, had a full practice today, and I thought the rep that we got tonight was much better than what we did on Tuesday.
I know you mentioned the pool of teams. Was there any connection between these guys and you?
Coach Coleman played at DeSoto High School. Obviously, that was back when I was young. That was in the same league that Forrest is from. And there's just, I think there were 3 Division I games today. One was canceled, and one was a reshuffle just like ours. So there's only so many days. I think there's 8 SEC teams playing on Wednesday. We had already scheduled our last non-conference game on Wednesday. So I didn't necessarily want to play on back-to-back days. So this literally ended up being the only date available. And thankful for our administration for allowing us to do it. But from a guarantee standpoint, you don't necessarily want to fly somebody all over the country and spend the money that's required in that. So it worked out probably as well as it could.
Did you get to see out of your team what you wanted to? Was there anything specifically you're working on in this game?
Well, yeah, several things specifically on offense and defense, but I did not think that we started the game very well at all. And I thought the second group that came in played really well in the first half. So we started the second group in the second half, and by the 8-minute, the first 9 minutes of the second half, they had scored 1 less point than they had the entire second half. But I did think that we took steps in a positive way. We had 4 turnovers by that first group to start the game, and then we had 3 the rest of the half, and 2 of those 3 were just our guys maybe trying to overcreate. The intent of their heart was right for one another. And then in the second half only had 5. That was good. We gave up too many threes, and many of those threes came off middle drives. And relative to how we're trying to play defensively, we don't want the ball going to the middle off the pass or the bounce. And because you get into a non-predictable rotation, and too many of their threes were off middle drives. And that's one thing that we for sure have to get better at.
100th point was an alley-oop to Aaron Janicek.
How about that? Our guys, that was genuine joy. Big A has helped us. I think he had a block in 13 seconds in Tuesday's game. And then did he have a rebound today? No rebound. I thought he almost came close to a rebound. Yeah, that was good. And I think the possession before or shortly before that was when H had the putback dunk. Yeah, that's good.
What did Aaron? Was Aaron meant to the program, and how did he?
Well, I just I don't necessarily think it's Zach and Evie have been here since we got here, and they've been phenomenal. Luke, who was on our team, obviously he graduated and is getting his graduate degree. And I think that, we've utilized the scout team this year, Travis, differently than last year. Doesn't count because of all the protocols, but we have more guys that can give us a look than we did in year one, and Big A's a part of that. He's pretty skilled, and he has some size, and he's smart. And so we've utilized the scout team, and they've gotten more reps running the opponent's stuff or playing the opponent's defense, and that allows our scholarship players to get more reps of us instead of taking scholarship players and teaching them the opponent and then them mimicking what they do defensively, which are not reps we want them to do. So Big A and Zach, EV, those guys, Davin, those guys have really helped us have a look. And that's not just because of Big A, but we added 2 more walk-ons, Big A and Davin, and both of those guys have helped us in that regard.
And then early when they kind of jumped out and actually took a lead a little bit there.
Yeah, that was with our first group.
Was some of that? Did you sense some excitement on their part to get to be able to play on a stage like
Yeah,
this?
they were, coach, his staff, very thankful for the opportunity to be here. I think it's a big deal for those kids. So for sure. And our energy and maturity and discipline was not there, particularly the first, I guess it was prior to the first media timeout, I think is when they had the lead. So I think that's part of it.
Anything else?
Good to go.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.